What an adventure yesterday was. Hey there, everyone. This is Cow. Last time, the birth of a new bird hero immediately asked if there was a reward for fighting, killing the princess. And then when he showed up, he just kind of bumbled around, pretty ineffective. He got a chance to backstab, took it immediately. It didn't work, and so he just gave up. Then he got beat up. I just could not take the give up option as soon as I saw it. That was just too good. All right, well, chapter 2, the tower. Another chapter whose name more after a location.
You're on a path in the woods.
The tower.
And at the end of that path is a cabin.
Uh-huh.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I wonder if it's going to be the Smitten, her voice.
You're here to slay her.
That'd be pretty funny.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Because there is a finite amount of voices. Yeah!
Again? People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Alright.
You know I can hear you, right?
Always.
It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. What does it matter?
The broken.
There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us
I
again.
forgot he was a thing.
She is not going to kill you unless you let her.
Which seems
But slaying
feels
the princess
appropriate.
and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
Alright. I keep, this seems exciting sometimes, but I keep being afraid it's going to break it. So that's why I never take it anymore. Alright, let's just go.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie,
Yep.
she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Oh, don't worry. Last time she did not need to lie nor cheat.
We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
Wow!
I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
Oh no, I heard that line so often in my life.
You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
Hey y'all, any of y'all ever wanted to feel what it's like to be a thrall?
I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter.
What if we did?
Rescue her. Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
Look, I've learned my lesson. Do what the new voice says at all time.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
Go. Open door opens up at a distance.
The interior
Whoa!
of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than
Wow!
its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
This cabin is way bigger on the inside. Even the mirror is huge. Or we're tiny?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small?
This place is massive.
We don't feel small. We are small.
We're like an actual little bird.
That's because there isn't a mirror.
It's
There's
huge.
the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway. And I'm sure that if we looked in there, we'd just see something sad and miserable looking back at us. We don't need any reminders of what we are. It would only make things worse.
Jesus, guy.
For the last time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future. Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal. Probably. Do you not know what we look like?
Yeah, wait, yeah, I didn't catch that.
He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us. As do I. And yeah, there is.
But we're not gonna see
I'm
anything.
not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
Yeah, well, let's just take a look.
Walk up to the wall next to the basement.
Huh?
It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
These stones are not set very evenly for this super fancy tower. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it.
We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Do I bring the dagger or do I just leave it here? And just like... You know? I think I don't take the blade. This is the take no blade run. Like, I've took it a few times, but let's stay in the spirit of it all.
No blade this time. Yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
she'll be more receptive if we're unarmed.
Remember, she was on edge right at the start because she knew we had a weapon. Yeah, good thinking, hero.
Blade, no blade. It doesn't matter.
Yo! Oh, man.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below.
Incense?
For a moment, you almost feel at ease.
I don't think I've ever experienced a spiral staircase like this, and I don't think I want to. This looks scary.
Huh. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
What?
Karen said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time.
There's a lot of echo. It's like stone.
You shouldn't have come down here unarmed. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there.
Well, that's the thing, hero. You have to realize. It sounds like Broken just didn't really have an anchor in his life. And, sounds like he's finding it.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Alright. Don't have a chance to,
Making your way
like, change
down
our
the
mind.
spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window.
Look, she's
Her
smiling.
long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
The chain honestly feels out of place almost at this point. Like, that chain is there by her will alone. Oh, man.
The chain is nothing to you.
Yeah.
It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The resplendent right here.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
Do you happen to have breadcrumbs?
I see your hands are empty. You've already given up, haven't you? You aren't even going to try and kill me. How sweet.
Technically, you shouldn't give birds breadcrumb, but like grapes? That's good and safe.
And more than a little disappointing.
Oh, I'll know better next time.
She's disappointed in us?
Kneel.
Alright, let's play along. This is just really weird and silly. Like, it's just so different than all the other ones. Let's just do it.
On her
Whoa!
command to fall to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs.
Oh, I was wondering about that. Yeah, like, because the princess is a reflection. Suddenly, it's now that dawns on me, the motif, the recurring motif of the mirror. Somehow only now. Yeah. The idea, yeah.
I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations.
She's very super villainy with this one.
It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Like including her posture, her arm placement, her expression.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, now we know.
It certainly does. And beyond that, it more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality you failed to destroy her, but what's done is done. I can only hope it helped you learn a valuable
I
lesson.
mean, maybe I can do something. Maybe I can chomp
You
her.
are the only one who can deal with her. And if you don't, well, she's let you know what will happen, hasn't she?
I have a sharp beak.
Then you shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it? He's being melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he? What are we supposed to do to stop her? Okay. First things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done.
Got it.
The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. If you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off.
That's right.
You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
Accurate. See, no. I'm willing. I'm willing to bounce back.
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird. There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
So we're not gonna get any form of answer, feels like.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart. And all you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
Yeah.
Don't be rude. Of
No,
course.
no.
It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world. That's exactly why it's rumored we should know our place.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do. The story of a terrible and bountiful god unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am, or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was.
I'm gonna admit it. A would-be god that orchestrates what they're willing to do strictly in regards of if it makes a good story or not is extremely interesting.
The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity. The song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world. And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn. Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
Well, I don't have a choice. Okay, if I had the knife, I probably would have had the option to stab her or something, but here, I feel like I might have walked myself into a corner.
Easily broken. Am I that magnificent?
Fair enough.
All you need to do now is break my chains.
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say. No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
Okay.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong, trying to conceal you from me. Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
This is the all the hands that grab her as a motif on the window is pretty good.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you?
That's the game interrupting. That wasn't me.
A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
I love that, yeah, due to like the broken and all that, it actually is just swelling up what she can actually accomplish to the point of reaching actual divinity.
What are you talking about?
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
That is so cool, though, conceptually. What?
Rise, my little bird.
Wow.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Oh, that is so cool.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? We don't even have a weapon. All you need to do is believe it's been done.
Man, that is intense for a chapter 2.
You poor, wretched little thing. You already do believe. You've always believed. All you have to do is open the last door to your heart.
What's interesting is that narrator often speaks before she says it. It's fine. It's probably even on purpose.
It's easy. And once you let her in, you'll be safe and free.
I mean, transparently, I am trying to be killed because that's what's going to usher a chapter 3.
Please, don't do this.
Aw, man, really? I don't have a choice? Alright, so, do bring knife. Fair enough. But considering I do want to do everything, I feel like it's fine.
There's nothing to be sorry about. This is how it was always going to be. And it is good. Alright, I'm done with
Ha!
this. I'm just gonna go sit in the corner. Let me know if we get our agency back.
Yeah, honestly, this is pretty railroady, I agree.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her
yes.
wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
Yeah, and because she is free, like, freedom is what ends a cycle, I found after a while. What's one of the things that'll end a cycle? So no chapter 3s, but I think that is fine, because this was a fantastic chapter 2. And I know that one cycle isn't going to be enough anyways to get the rest of the stickers, so...
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
No, this is the end. Let's just... Yeah.
She's gone. Where did she go?
And now we're at the
Should
end,
we
right?
try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Let's have a chat with the narrator, who I think just died.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. This is what we all deserve, isn't it?
So this should be the part where we have a chat with the narrator. Oh, yeah. There is no reflections. Whoa.
I think you know what I am.
Yeah. Every time you ask him something. So, I remember most of these. I don't remember what I didn't actually did or not. I just kind of want to see what happens if I just destroy it now. Well, I mean, if you do that...
Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction
Yeah,
to fall this far.
your teeth are nasty looking. Yeah.
It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically.
Let's be very wasteful.
Ask them, and make it quick. I won't last for long now that you can see me.
Like, I was being very careful the first time, so yeah, let's be super wasteful.
You were either going to have seen all this, or you weren't going to have seen all this. This is worse, but you still have an opportunity to save the world. You can still slay her.
That was a tiny mirror.
I'm aware. And if I were you, I'd be more precious about your tone.
Honestly, I'm feeling kind of fine. So you can just get to the end like that. Alright. I think I'm going to stop now. And next time we'll see the culmination of this this very strange journey. next time, end of the second cycle.